Hey y'all, welcome to Nine Grace Revelations. This is Cheryl Tia. This is going to be a reading for fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. May or may not resonate, but I do offer personal readings, and the link to the site is in the description. Fire signs, it looks like shocking information is coming out. I keep hearing it's a boy. It's a boy. RB or Aubrey. It's like some type of information coming out feels like a really big factor. Especially if somebody is confused about who may be like the father of their child, who this child belongs to in some type of way, or this child may be wondering who they belong to. Maybe, who their biological parent or parents are, or they're having questions in regards to their childhood or their parents, their upbringing, and they're afraid to ask these things. But it feels like it's because they stumbled across information that they may be holding on to. You get what I'm saying? Like, they are almost like the one that can pull Excalibur out of the stone. You know what I mean? And whatever information that they have, it feels like it can help relieve some type of emotional instability that someone is feeling, especially if it's tied into losses. Physical protection feels like a really big factor in this equation, like somebody who feels like they have to kind of like protect themselves, cover themselves, shelter themselves. But the people or person that feels the need to shelter themselves feel like that because they are troublemakers. And the truth is obvious. So, mega. So it's like, how are you a troublemaker, but you're a troublemaker who's acting like you're a victim? You get what I'm saying? And I think they're still lying and trying to Liana. They're still trying to lie about this. Like, no, just accept the fact that you were preying on somebody that you were envious of being messy, and this person either doesn't know this other party in this equation, or again, they didn't have a reason to do this. They were just doing this out of spite. So now it's a situation to where the accusations that the victim was making, the true victim, they look like they were making this stuff up, like they were lying. These are false accusations. But now the truth is starting to come out. Like, oh my gosh, this person was truly preying on this other party in this equation. And now what do I do? You get what I'm saying? Because it feels like somebody is in a situation to where they feel like they permanently are being cut off, or something happened to where they're no longer around or involved or available or credible, and people are seeing them as fake and jealous and competitive. But that's really what happened in this equation, where somebody was being shady as hell and they started to like harass another party, but it was because they literally were envious of them. And there's nothing else to this. It's like they start throwing shade and everything, trying to make this person sound like they weren't telling the truth about the harassment that took place in this equation. But the harassment was factual. You get what I'm saying? And whatever is, they were saying, like, say if they said this a while ago, a long time ago, it's like they weren't credible. But for some reason, the truth is coming out, and it seems like this is really like uncomfortable, because it's like, wow, so like you were really stalking and harassing this person, and it's like, but why? Murray, Mary, Mari, Marie, anything like that. It's very uncomfortable. It's very disappointing. And it's almost like, again, they're ashamed that this information has to come out. But it has to come out because it's like they were just being messy. It's like there's no reason to be stalking this person. And I think they have people or someone specifically involved in this situation who is now kind of like, wow, like you got me caught up in this shit because you were just being a messy, weird, snake stalking ass bitch, man or woman, and they don't respect it. So it's like they would rather kind of like relieve themselves of looking like they were involved in this shit knowingly and expose the truth about this stalking situation, than to continue to let this mess go on. Because there's a lot of anger, that's excuse me, in this situation. Especially if there's a Nichelle or Michelle or Amisha, Tamisha, Kamisha, Amisha, anything like that. Any form of that may be a factor in this equation. This was an obsession. And it's like, so you were just being obsessive and messy and weird and stalking and spying on somebody, trying, you know what I mean? And yes, that's exactly what they were doing. And it's like, this is truly like uncomfortable, you know? Like, this is truly uncomfortable. Danielle, anything like that. Like, you're a weirdo. Like, you're a pure weirdo. Like, you're stalking and harassing somebody, and now everything makes sense. Because, again, it's almost like, say, for instance, if this person was stalking and harassing somebody, they may have accused this other party of stalking and harassing them. But in reality, they were just trying to cover up what they were doing before this person found out that they were stalking and harassing them, obsessed with them like this, trying to cause this damage, these losses in their life like this. Like, it's like you really were oppressed as fuck, obsessed as hell. And you're still showing how obsessed that you are. And now somebody else is about to really expose how obsessed that you are. And you can pop off all you want, act crazy all you want, act stupid all you want, but the facts are the facts, my bitch. Like, you were being a weirdo. You were tracking somebody, trying to follow somebody around, trying to keep tabs on somebody's life, trying to press over details of this person's life, trying to see what's going on in their life. And now people are starting to see that you involve them into helping you make these accusations against this person, or to cause this damage, these losses in this person's life. And now, there's accountability that has to take place, period. Like, I don't care how the accountability takes place, physically, spiritually, socially, I don't care what it is. Like, this was harassment, and at this point it seems like, the truth about it has to come out, because it's weird as fuck, it's lame as hell, and it just seems like somebody was in a situation to where they thought they were going to continue to harass somebody because they got away with it. You get what I'm saying? They did it incognito, but it's proving how obsessed they are with this person. Like, bitch, you're a weird ass, pressed ass, obsessed ass bitch. Because people thought that they had a reason to prey on this party in this equation, but they didn't have a reason to prey on this party at all. They're realizing that this person did not know this person that they're spying on, stalking and harassing like that. Like, that's crazy. Like, you've been stalking and harassing them and gossiping about them and talking shit about them and making it seem like this is your enemy, but you don't know them at all, period. Or because they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to, like, communicate with you in some type of way. Like, what? The truth about all this shit is coming out. Thank you so much.